Hello, all. Coming to you from home during the quarantine. Um, it's time I start making some videos regularly. Hopefully, getting some techniques out there for you guys. Since I can't be there with you, I miss y'all. So, the first one I got here is an armbar video, and it should look very familiar because it's one that I use a lot, but it's the basics, and I'd like to start there. As the videos progress, we'll work more on arm bars and all the details. Here you got Ruby as my camera girl and Grace as my uke. Thank you.
All right, so today I'm going to talk about the anatomy of an armbar and how to make arm bars work. Okay, so I'm using Grace here, and we're going to talk about what all the pieces of the armbar are and why we use them and how to get to those positions. So we're going to start today with just doing an armbar from cross side, from this position. Okay, we're going to do a cross side armbar where you step over the head. So I'm going to start with side control. Okay, and I'm going to start hugging the neck and hugging the far side arm. From here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to control the shoulder on the far side, and my hand that's under the head is going to come out. I'm going to walk my knees back just a little bit, and I'm going to use this to pull her shoulder into my body and get her on her side. From here, I'm going to step over her head. When I land across, I want to land deep behind her back, not even with her head, so that I'm facing the back wall. From here, the hand that I was using to push the head is going to go to the ground. And what I want to do is I want to transition my weight to my heel, keeping my hips as low as I can. So I like to lean my weight on my hand, transition my weight across so that I'm bringing my butt to my heel, and then I spin to face her, pinching my shin into her armpit. From here, I'm hugging the arm, and I'm sliding back for the arm bar.
You're doing good, Papa.
Thank you, Ruby. Excellent. So once I get the arm bar, she taps.
I
All right, so
thank you.
let's talk about what all these pieces mean for the arm bar. Okay, some of the main escapes for the arm bar here are going to be, for example, a hitchhiker escape where she turns her thumb and bridge, feet on the ground, hips up, and walks her feet away. Keep walking, keep in circles over her far side shoulder to roll out. Okay, that's one escape. So go back. Lean on your back. Okay, so what are we doing to stop the hitchhiker escape? Okay, so let's talk a little bit about that. This one is especially vulnerable when I don't have a leg across the body, but it works even when the leg is across the body. Okay, so what I'm doing is whichever way her thumb is facing is the opposite direction of the way her elbow bends. So if her thumb, stick your thumb out, is facing this way, that's the direction her arm bends. Okay? So, for her hitchhiker escape, they call it a hitchhiker escape because she's turning her thumb up, which what that does is that turns the elbow up, which means I don't get as much pressure on her elbow when I'm doing the armbar. So if she starts to turn her thumb, I start to either control the thumb and turn it back, or I lean away from it. Start to do the armbar, I lean this way. Bridge. Start to do the hitchhiker. Your elbow okay?
Yeah.
As long as I'm always pulling, tap when you feel the pressure. As long as I'm always feeling the, as long as I'm always leaning away from the direction her thumb is pointed, I should be able to get the arm bar.